shit, it's My Hero Academia. Thurman, explain why we're late, slut.
So, your boy was at Evo for this weekend. One of the best experiences of my life.
He got to meet people that you may know that I don't because I'm not that into Evo.
Oh, yeah. I met Maximilian Dude. I met Wooly. I saw a porn star. It's great.
Whoa! First of all, I was about to say you got to send me pictures to put on the video, but I don't know if I can put the porn star one up.
No. I saw her. I forgot to ask.
Saw her from a corner and fucked her.
She has a boyfriend, bro. Respectable.
But what if you're just a porn actor, bro? Just go up and tell her. You're just a typical black dude with a huge ass dick.
I don't think that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? She's but when I saw her, but I was gonna go ask for an autograph, but I mean I was playing casual at the time. I asked for a photo, but I was playing casual at the time, and then like I went to go watch Sam's show. I think she probably already left by then, so I was like, it's okay.
I'm sorry. This motherfucker is gonna get an autograph of a porn star.
Hey, listen, she's one of my favorite porn stars. Okay,
bro,
fuck you.
So cringe. I can't.
Hey. I can't
even imagine going up to someone like, I fap to you every day. The amount of nut that I've busted looking at you. Oh, please, can you autograph me? Just right on me. I'll touch it when I nut, and I'll be like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Listen. She's a nice person. Her Twitter is amazing.
That's fine. I ain't demeriting her as a person. I'm making fun of you for wanting her autograph.
Fuck you. She's a great porn star. And she's a nice human being.
Listen, bro. If I met Shindal or so, Shindal, the guy that makes that like crazy wacky hentai. Like, I'm sorry, I have too much dignity to ask for an autograph from a man like that. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I halfway like your work. Just tone it down a bit, please.
No, because he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, but, like, you know the whole thing with Shindal. He makes such good hentai. Like, the art's so good, and then all of a sudden, like, tentacles lay eggs in this bitch, and she has to fucking, like, give birth to them.
Yeah, well, shit. Like I said, it's, they have the right to draw whatever the hell they want.
All right. Fair point. Fair play. Okay, Thurman. But that's why this is late. So, Thurman, please do tell us, what would you like to talk about in this chapter of My Hero Academia?
So, the one thing I will talk about here is, I think it's interesting what Hirokoshi does this chapter. I think, because one thing I did notice here, and one thing that got me interested is how Shigaraki is not only changing himself, but the way he's changing is also affecting
his design.
Redestro.
Oh.
Yes. It's insane because this whole chapter is just it completely flipped the scale. At first, fucking Redestro was owning Shigaraki. So it was just like a one-sided. But now it's the opposite. And here's the thing, right? Not only is he losing on a physical level, like a battle level, he's losing on to me at least, he's losing on a what is it?
Ideology?
Not ideology level. Because look, even Redestro himself, he's like, shit. Why am I feeling less stressed? Why am I, why? Like he went to the point where he had to get his own weapon just to,
his fucking mech suit, bro.
So I think it's interesting how Shigaraki's childlike ideology is somehow getting Redestro to damn, and I find that fascinating because this whole time they're just like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking our philosophy is great, our religion is great, we're gonna fucking make this work for the better, yada yada yada. But it's just like he's starting to it's like Shigaraki has that Luffy quality of where like his childlike nature is just somehow just gets people to follow.
What I could definitely say, it's one of those things where it's like his ideology is so simple you know, like so many people when they want to come out with their ideology, they're like, here's my detailed master plan, and here's like the political like specifics of it, and I've been born and bred for this, and it's my destiny. And then Shigaraki just comes up like, yeah, I just want to destroy shit I don't like. It's almost in a weird way respectable how simple it is. You know what I mean? Like, how do you argue against that?
Yeah.
So like, there's a point. There's a part of me here that I think Redestro's just kind of like, you're so fucking committed to your dumbass goal. Like, how am I even to fucking argue my goal against? It's like, it'd be like trying to argue like quantum mechanics with a fucking preschooler. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's crazy because it's just like you can see it. And I'm liking how Hirokoshi's doing this. Like, just from them fighting, Redestro right now is ideology, because this entire time he was like, your ideology stupid, you're fucking weird, superior ideology, you know, just disappear. We are the ones who will change the world, not you.
No,
yada yada yada. But now it's just like,
because I disagree. I mean, I don't think that's the case at all. I think Redestro's ideology still is a far superior ideology, because the Shigaraki's still just want to destroy shit.
It's a superior ideology, of course, 100%. But that doesn't change the fact that Redestro is still sort of opening up to his, not really getting rid of his, but it's just like he's starting to realize that he's starting to accept Shigaraki's ideology, and that's not what he wants.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a part here, the Shigaraki, the line from Shigaraki I like, where he's like, but I get it. It's fun to destroy everything without a trace, huh? And then he's like, no, you know what I mean?
So it's just like, wow. It's just from a standpoint, it's just like Shigaraki's just acting like Jesus.
It's so cute
right now.
when Thurman tries to use big words.
Even his design is just like he's like the villain of Jesus right now.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, go back to you're on your goddamn official app, huh? It's page 5 for me. I don't know what that would make it for you. 4 maybe.
Probably
where he's just walking, like he looks like a fucking angel of death. Like his cape looks like some black angel wings and shit. Ugh.
Let me see.
Page 4, I'm guessing, for you and your dumbass app.
Page 6 for my official manga app.
Oh my god. No, that just shit looks cool as fuck, honestly. And there's I just keep imagining this entire arc in the anime. Like especially when Gigio, whatever the fuck, is just charging through. And again, like, this motherfucker is still just charging through everyone. And I love that they're just like, damn it. I was really hoping that the scrubs would take him down a little more. And the other thing I wanted to say was, I have to call out Redestro here for high key pulling a Togoro and doing you thought 100% of my power was 100% of my power? Just kidding. 150% of my power. I love that.
He's just using that shit. It's just so good. Because at this point, the fight is basically over. Like, new feats, city tier Shigaraki.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
We're getting up.
City. Like, oh my god, wow, city. Like, this man is just fucking. He doesn't care anymore, and it's so funny.
Yeah, because at the end of the chapter, like, he puts his hands on the ground and everything just starts to shake. Like, this is almost giving me vibes of, remember in One Piece when Blackbeard did Liberation or whatever, and he like sucked in the whole town and spit it back out with his black hole.
Yeah,
the kind of I imagine he's just gonna crumble this entire city to fucking ash. And if that's the case, that's insane. Like, we're getting to the point now where Shigaraki just had such a massive power up. You know, now I get why they that Horikoshi feels the need to give Deku 7 quirks or whatever the fuck it is. It's gonna be interesting, you know. Like, I don't know where we go from here with Shigaraki. Like, what do they do? Do they like when they wipe out this entire town? Where do we go from here with the League of Villains?
I think it's interesting. Now, the one thing I will say, I am kind of that I didn't notice it until this chapter, but I think Hirikoshi did the one negative that he did last arc, and that I'm seeing it now. I'm just seeing it now. I don't know if you would agree with me. Is that I think he focused too much on like 3 people and gave them
same thing here, where it was like Toga, yeah. Shigaraki, and Twice basically.
Yeah, and then like it's just that's the I actually just noticed that this chapter. I'm just like this chapter's been. I was distracted too much by the godliness that I forgot that I just realized that one of the negatives that I have of a series that have multiple characters in it is that like manga focuses too much on the popular characters.
I mean, it's one hell of a juggling act. Like, it's a balancing act for sure to be able to do that. Some authors can do it right. Like, I think one of the prime examples of how to perfectly distribute time among your characters is the Enies Lobby arc in One Piece. Because every single Straw Hat got a fight, and it felt like they all did shit, right? And even since then, it's never felt like Oda's done it as well since then. Like, Enies Lobby was like the perfect every Straw Hat got something to do arc, right? Whereas I'm trying to. I've seen it in other arcs before where they all feel like they have something to do. I think Dr. Stone does that pretty well with all the characters you know of anyway. Like, they usually all have something to do. But like, I would have liked to see the rest of the Villain League do something, or at least have somewhat of a spotlight. That probably would have required lengthening the arc though, and then you run into the classic once again juggling act of if he lengthened the arc too much. Would you have, I can't fucking speak. Would you and I have been like, oh, it's taken too long, just like we did the last arc? So, you know, it's a tough thing for sure.
Yeah, and I think because one of the biggest issues me and you had last arc was that like we were hoping that Hirokoshi wouldn't focus too much on the ones we already know of, like, you know, Momo, Todoroki, Bakugo, Deku, Uraka, yada yada yada, because they got love many times.
Well, luckily, everything we learned in this arc was definitely new shit, and what I'll say is this can be excused as long as like let's say the next time we come to the League of Villains, then we're focusing on like the other members, you know, like Mr. Compress, Spinner is his name, right? The dude that duct tapes a bunch of weapons. Yeah, like maybe the next time we focus on all of them, potentially.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think these chapters, his like Shigaraki's flashback and all that shit definitely makes sense. Because keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, before you like, oh, you don't like this arc? Ooh. No.
Actually, no one fucking said that.
You know they will. You give them too much credit, bitch. You give the My Hero Academia fans too much credit.
That's anyway. True. You say you want everyone to have health care, and all of a sudden you're a communist. You say.
So, I will say that Twice's Toga and Shigaraki's character development were fucking phenomenal. I do like those three's moments alone really set this arc to be a really good arc.
Bro, Shigaraki alone, man, like Jesus, like we're talking like top 10 villains of all time in shonen material now. Like he's coming up there.
So with those three having this arc alone, I can, like Red said, I can excuse the issue that the last arc had here because he really did do well. I just hope next time we see them, it's not just about those three again. Now we focus on the other members because technically speaking, we assumed that this arc was going to be about Mr. Spinner because he was the one who was narrating.
Yeah, it started narrating. I thought he was going to like leave the crew or something. I was like, what's going on?
So, but then again, I guess this arc was kind of Mr. Spinner's like motivation to stay in.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it did start off with him kind of being like, what are we doing here? Like, he looked at Shigaraki as like a failure. You're just sitting around. We're sitting around in a dump. That's where this arc started, you know? We're sitting around in a dump, doing nothing. Look how far we've fallen. Without the funding of All for One, we're nothing. And then all it took was Shigaraki to kind of remember why he's doing this in the first place. Because again, All for One's whole thing was, I need to get Shigaraki to a place where he can drive himself. Like, he, you know, because it started, when we first met Shigaraki, it was just like that childlike, like, I don't like the world. Okay, well, why don't you go out and do something about it? I don't want to get up. You know, like that kind of, you know what I mean? But now, he still has that childlike ambition and mentality, but he's got the drive of like a fucking like veteran, you know, like he's like all of a sudden like he's gone from like, he has the same motive. He has the same shit he wants to do, but now all of a sudden, like, he's on a fucking war path to get there, you know? And we even saw little hints of that back when he just fucking curb stomped Chisaki. Like, that was the first little moment where I was like, Jesus, Shigaraki, what happened to you? You know? That was brutal. And now it's even more. Now he's just melting cities, bro. Like, listen, like, someone needs to fucking power scale this, assuming Horikoshi doesn't, like, backtrack or ass pull this man could walk up to fucking UA High School, put his hand on the ground out on the sidewalk outside, and just fucking collapse that building.
Yep, if you really wanted to.
What to stop him? What to stop him even?
Some My Academia deaths? Is Hirokoshi hyping up deaths right now? Not just
and then that goes into remember our little discussion on fucking durability in My Hero Academia? If a building collapses, does that kill the students? Yay or nay?
No.
Would it kill some? Would it kill the scrubs?
Yeah, some, because some are more durable than others.
That's true. Well, like Rock Dude would be fine. Steel Dude would be fine. Deku could probably all for one his way out of there. Uraka could obviously gravity. I hope if that does happen, Horikoshi goes through each one of their quirks in his head and is like, okay, who could legitimately survive this and who couldn't? Because all of them, you could think of a way. Uraka could zero gravity the debris in front of her. She'd be fine. All the people that could harden would be fine. Ida could potentially run out of the building before it even collapsed. You could go through all the quirks and have a reason for them surviving. But I worry about the normies, the ones I don't remember. There are people in UA that don't have powers, right? Aren't they specifically in the support team and shit like that?
I think they have powers. I think their powers aren't really useful. I could be wrong though.
Because I know that, but then even for them, you could say oh, the fucking support team just all hopped into a giant ass mech and survived that way.
Yeah, well, but some probably could, it'll be unfortunate because you're not really thinking about survival, right? You're gonna be at the bad place at a bad time, right? So if you're in the you're taking a shit and the building's crumbling down, you're just fucked.
I'll be curious, because I hope that if that does happen, because now we're talking now that he has the ability to just melt a fucking small town. I won't call this city, it's looking like maybe a town. So but that's still, and let's say okay, he can just do that to a town. If you're gonna come up and collapse a building, right? It loses all weight or value if no one gets hurt from that. Okay, well, what was the point? Just as an entrance or a statement, it's the same shit when a fucking planet blows up and then it's just everyone's fine in Dragon Ball Z. It's okay, well, it doesn't really matter then, does it? Say what?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
What about it?
Nah, it's just that's only Togashi can make that badass.
Which one? You gotta remind me. It's been a while.
What you just said.
Bitch, remind me. I watched it once in middle school.
Oh, I can't remember it completely, but
you're referencing shit, and you're like, nah, I don't remember what I referenced. Sorry.
My first thought that came to mind was Yu Yu Hakusho when you said that,
bruh. So you don't even know. You don't even have anything to back up that what you said made sense just then.
No, I don't.
Oh, by the way, the move you were thinking of in the One Piece review was Substitute. I just got all the comments about that.
Substitute, yoo-hoo!
Oh my god. I should give a shout out to the people that fucking gave that answer. But anyway, anything else to talk about in this chapter, baby Therm?
So, pretty much, it's the big stuff. We see fucking Gigantum is fucking running towards him.
I'm sorry, wait. Fucking Thomas Washington on One Piece 951. Damn, Thurman can't even pass the homie the password to the Shonen Jump app. yeah, Thurman.
The password to the Shonen Jump. I mean...
Okay.
I mean...
That's so funny.
It's free. So,
free? Okay, fucking Anime West Reviews and Zangetsu Black both said it was Substitute, so thank you for that. Holy shit. Okay. Wow, that was funny.
The big Hulk over here is going towards 4K. It's so funny, too, because now the whole Liberation Army stopped attacking the thing. Stop attacking the League of Villains. They're going straight for the Hulk boy. They're all trying to stop him.
They're like, yo, we gotta kill him, Jesus! What is this thing?
It just reminds me of one of those missions in video games where you have to stop a giant thing.
Something like gong, gong. You ever play Skyward Sword on the Wii?
No.
Oh, So Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, there's like a fucking boss that you gotta do like 3 times, and each time he gets more powerful, and it's like this fucking creepy thing that's like crawling up a hill, and if he gets to the fucking temple and destroys this like fucking artifact, like you'll never be able to like travel to a certain area again. So like he's just like slowly climbing up the hill, and you gotta kill him before he gets to the top. It's I totally get what you're saying.
So it's just interesting, right? So and then he sees. So I think that maybe because he's surprised as fuck right now. So I see that maybe we could be seeing him finally accepting Shigaraki next chapter.
Oh yeah, I mean this man melts a city in like one fucking move. It'd be like, oh, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah. So honestly, that's really all I have.
Yeah, there's not too much. I guess it's just like. Now where do we go? And when we come back to the school, what are they going to be up to? And how long until they inevitably how long until they meet? You know, like when does this clash happen? Deku got his power up, Shigaraki got his power up. When we come back to the school school kids? Okay, I don't know. I was like, what the word do I want to use there? When we come back to them, where are they going next? What's the next arc for them? And how does it lead into the next villain? Now, and also, is the next villain going to be like a gentle criminal, a Chisaki, or are we going to deal with Shigaraki now? You know, like how long is this series going to go? Is the next meeting the last one? Is it going to be held off for a while? Yada yada yada. Hello.
Yeah, man, it's all the time. Hell, this arc is damn good, dude. Like, I think we're acting like this arc is going to be over, but I mean, I think in like 2 or 3 chapters.
So it's over. All right, mark my words. Next fucking 3 chapters, it's done.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. 3 chapters.
I didn't hear you say that.
Well, you need to pay attention, bitch.
Whose fucking Wi-Fi is Oregon, and you're relying off of fucking satellite space signals from space?
Oh, so look at him. You need to check his privilege.
Bitch.
Look at him. Man, look at this man.
I'm paying my internet bills myself. You got a whole broke-ass family to do it, and apparently no one can afford it.
You have to bring out this SJW mode right now? Do I have to go
Are you saying you can pull the race card right now?
I'm going to have to go all SJW up at this review, right? Up at the end of this review right now. Do I have to sell my soul?
Just to get one over on me?
Yes. Do I have to burn some bridges just to do this?
Here it comes.
Will you bring me to this point? I don't think you want to bring me to this point.
I'm actually genuinely scared. I was even going to make a joke. Like, I was going to be like, to say some shit that you would say about me, but then I was like, but what if that starts getting spread? Like, in the future, someone finds this.
All right, so...
No! Thurman, you a broke-ass hoe, and it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that you a broke-ass hoe.
Oh, I see. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to end your whole career right now with just a few words.
That's the power you have, bro. You got the N-word pass, and you also have the power to end any white man immediately.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Any white man, just like 3 words, bro, down for the count. Oh, it's so funny.
Down. So... Great one.
You gotta clarify like 3 times over that you're joking, otherwise I'll die. Like I will be dead tomorrow.
I'm joking. By the way, if you're new to Control Chaos, we're joking. Don't get your dick dildo in a twist. We're joking.
That's so funny.
Anyway. Oh God, 9.5.
You want to know how fucking careful I am? Thurman has officially given me the N-word pass, but I refuse to say it. That's how good I am.
Yeah. 9.5 out of 10. Great chapter. Any last words, Redo?
Last words for the chapter, though. Good, short as fuck, like usual, but I mean, like, you know, Horikoshi's treating us to that artgasm, so that's fair. I'm curious where we're going to go from here. And, yeah, I guess that's it. Until next week.
With that, peace.